Not one person.
Well, you know, if you want to touch upon this, because I actually talked to him personally. He came on my show. Your father.
My dad was there today. Shout out to him. I appreciate the support, you know, but I love my dad, so I want to be clear about that, you know, to everybody. That's my father, so, and I believe you should respect your parents. But I do not agree with what he be saying in those videos. I really felt that, given the fact that I got enough detractors as it is, I don't think my own father needed to join in on that. You know, and that's coming from me, that's coming from my brothers, that's coming from my sisters, that's coming from my mom. Nobody appreciates the fact, you know what I mean? My brothers is like, what do you, and you know, they talk to him too. They're like, yo, don't you know he got enough people trying to tell him that? You're helping them. Right. And somebody said he be following like the Umar Johnson is a fraud Facebook page. I said, what? Like, yeah, your dad, that's what they said. I don't know if it's true. But he's following people and he's friends with people who clearly don't like my guts. So I don't know what's Frederick Douglass. When all y'all gotta do is pick up a phone and end this shit. Do you feel me? Y'all all sitting around watching this shit. Only take one person to say, yes, he is. But now we like to hate, so we ain't gonna say nothing. So I'm never going to another family reunion. And I know where a lot of that's coming from, because it's a very bourgeois family. I'm gonna keep it real. Not everybody bougie, but there's a lot of bourgeois. And they have a certain look they want to have. You understand me? It's a very integrationist. You understand? That ain't me. So the last person they want repping Douglas is me, because that ain't the image we trying to project. So they distance themselves.
Who is that Terrance Belly cat, though?
Terrance Belly. And let me say this. I don't know if he's a descendant or not, but I would say he probably is, because he got the name. Belly. That's the family name.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why he can't stand me. And I never met this coon. But the reason he don't like me is I believe he was trying to create a foundation or build himself up as a Frederick Douglass expert. So anytime a college wants somebody to talk on Fred, they call him. And I think he sees me as blocking his ability to corner the Frederick Douglass market. And what I'm saying is, how can you say that? Because nobody pays me to come talk about Frederick Douglass. I never got a single request to judge. I interjected because I'm proud of it. But nobody says, we want you to come and do a lecture on Frederick Douglass. But he's mad at me because he thinks I'm blocking his ability to get paid off of an ancestor's legacy, which you shouldn't be trying to do anyway. Why are you trying to get paid off their people?
Your own people. That's how thirsty.
And he's one of the major detractors too.
Yeah. He be on that.
He's a major. He's done the IRS letters. He's done GoFundMe letters. He contacted the state. He might be an agent.
Yeah.
Because he's former military.
Yeah, he's military.
I think he might be an agent.
That whole motherfucker in shape, man.
Yeah. How old is he? He young? He like in his 40s?
Nah, he in his 50s.
A little older than that.
He in his 50s. Yeah.
Belly?
Yeah.
Terrance Belly that old?
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He look like he in his 50s.
Oh, okay.
Like some people like, Doc, you should have done that video the other day we talked about your baby mom taking you to child support court. I had to. God forbid, if I die today tomorrow, who gonna tell my daughter that your father loved you? And the only reason why he wasn't there because your mom kept him out. Somebody got to let her know that. Because her mom ain't gonna tell her the truth. And her grandma ain't gonna tell her the truth. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta drop a couple little tidbits. I didn't go in too deep, just enough. So somebody can pull, if something happened to me. Because what I think is so selfish about what my mother is doing is my life, my work is a very dangerous work. You don't know how long this man got, and you keeping it from his baby. And my baby girl looks just like me. You understand? And my oldest daughter, she almost at the age where she's free to do what she wants. So we're going to be able to build that relationship better. You see what I'm saying? Because she's almost free. But my baby girl, she's starting off. We need that time. And the fact she would take me to child support when all I asked for was a day a week. I said I would give you the money. I just need a day a week. She didn't even want to give me a day a week, though. My baby girl, 6.5. She never been anywhere with me in 6 years, bro. Not to the movies, the zoo. If I want to see her, I got to go to the grandma house. For what? For what? Because I didn't marry you? For what? You don't do that. But that's what they doing. But they right up there on Germantown Avenue, all the way Live Cafe. Forget the address, because I would damn well tell you. Because I want everybody to go to All the Way Live Cafe with Sister Naisha and Mama Beverly selling them vegan platters, talking that soul vegan shit. And say, why can't this man see his baby without y'all sitting in his face? You know how belittling that is? You a grown man. And you got to go sit on your daughter's grandmama couch.
You go talk to your daughter.
With everybody in the family looking at you.
I'll ask that question.
You see what I'm saying? But they up there perpetrating this conscious vegan And the little girl can't even see her father, and her father happened to be one of the biggest movers and shakers we got. And she can't spend time alone with him because the mother's hatred issues. And then somebody said, well, maybe he's a domestic. If I ever put my hands on a woman, I promise you, it won't be no school psychology, it won't be no FDMG, it won't be no nothing. And it hurt me even with the grandma because when I ran into Mom Bev a couple years ago at the Fresh Produce, I didn't speak to her. Umar, you not going to speak to me? I said, Mom Bev, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Why not? Mom Bev, your daughter don't let me see my little girl. You know this. Why are you acting like you don't know why I'm not talking? Oh, I didn't know. How the hell you don't know I can't see my baby when the only time I can see is on your damn couch? So she set it up, start going again. We need some money. No problem. I need 1 day a week. You see what I'm saying? You need no problem. I need 1 day a week. You know what she said before? She doesn't know you. My daughter know exactly who I am. She see me right now, she run into her daddy. She doesn't know you. That's when she was 2. When she was 4, what was it when she was 4? The new excuse was, she ain't used to being away from me. Something. And now she's 6. They done ran out of excuses. You know what I mean? We just don't want to let her be around with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm dealing with. And she's conscious. This is a conscious sister. Allegedly. You know what I mean? But it's just sad because when you deal with this custody, and this is what people need to know about custody because I've been through with my oldest daughter. Just because they give you custody on paper, especially if you live in Philly, I don't know what's going on nowhere else. But in Philly, you get custody on paper. That don't mean you actually gonna get no custody in practice. You feel me? Because they'll violate that order. I know, because my oldest daughter mom does it. Okay? And you never see your baby. And then you report them, and you go in front of the judge, and you know what the judge tell the mom? Don't do it again. Excuse me, this is the 3rd time we in here. Obviously, she gonna do it again because it ain't no consequence. It ain't the same everywhere, but in Philly, women can get away with not letting you see your child. They don't care what's on paper because they're not going to take a child from them. They is not taking no baby from no mom unless you got same thing in Harrisburg. Same thing. They ain't taking no baby. She better be on drugs or something. If that mom ain't doing it wrong to that kid, only crime is she ain't letting you see him. They're taking a baby. Now if it's a boy, you got a little bit more leverage because the war against black boys. Sometimes they'll take that boy and give it to the daddy. Girl, little girl.
Nah, they ain't doing nothing.
Come on, man. Come on, man. They're not taking her from her to give it to me because she violating the order. Care about no order. So,
that's deep.
I don't like that.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly what you're trying to. It's like a
yeah. That's crazy.
But think about it. Let's look at the mindset. What better way to get at him? He's saving kids for a living.
God damn, that's crazy.
Destroy his own relationship with it. There's no better way to get me. Think about it. What better way? I'm a school psych and can't see my own? What better way? And not only that, she put my baby in a white Quaker school. My little girl at Friends Central. Why is Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter at Quaker, racist, white supremacist Friends Central?
I'll ask that question, bro. I'll ask that question. Don't worry, I'll ask it.
And then when the child support man calls me up, he says my daughter's name, right? First name, middle name, last name. I knew she wasn't going to give him my last name.
Wow.
I anticipated that. She ain't got my last name. She got a mother last name. Which was disrespect, but check this out. He mentions the middle name. And I don't want to see my baby name on the film. But I give you the middle name. Guess what the middle name is? Elizabeth. I said, run that back. Because when my baby was born, we had an agreement. She get the first name. I get the middle name. I chose Adezanai as a Zulu name for princess. She told me she didn't like it, but she never told me that she wasn't going to use it. First time I found out my daughter's middle name is Elizabeth is last week on the phone with the child support man.
Oh my God.
She changed the name and didn't even tell me. All the way live cafe. Go get that nut meat. Go get that veggie stir fry. Go get that coconut milk. All the way live. Germantown Avenue, baby. Best food in the city. Won't get to see your kids, but you get some grub.
I mean, what do that say about the like black women in general? I mean, not on no Tommy Sotomayor shit, but just like, like the whole situation. Because I done heard like 100 cases, Brother Kareem going through the same thing with the changing the name and all that.
Why, a big part of the problem. First of all, we got to take responsibility. Let's start there. I have to take responsibility for my situation.
Right.
And I do. I don't pass it on nobody. However, in the interest of justice, just because a black man has to take responsibility for a situation doesn't mean that the mother shouldn't be held accountable for how she's making it worse than what it is. And I think one of the reasons these situations get overlooked all the time is because no one wants to hold black women accountable when it comes to custody issues. If you look at how black men are held accountable for financial issues, child support, and we should, it's very strong. But when it comes to making sure he see his kids, it ain't that strong. And what I find is there's always black women involved who co-sign it. When I went through it with my oldest daughter, the grandmother co-signed my daughter's mother keeping my daughter away from me. In this case, the grandmom co-signs the baby mom, my daughter's mother, keeping my daughter away from me. So there's elders who sanction this behavior. There's members in the community who sanction this behavior. And you know why it'll never change? What preacher you know with a church full of women is going to go up on that pulpit and tell these black women, stop keeping these damn kids away from these children. Stop keeping these children away from their father. You think he's going to risk his offering?
Right. Right.
What national black leader you know going to deal with that and risk the positive admiration they get from black women?
Right.
Nobody is willing to risk their career or their pocketbook to hold black women accountable for the child custody issues that they play. Nobody's going to do it. And most women are dishonest about it. That's another part. If you go to my daughter's mother, it'll be real interesting to see what she says.
Right.
Because I'm living in the same city. You know what I mean? It'll be real interesting to see what she says when you say why he can't spend time with his child alone. You can't say why he can't see his daughter. Because she'll say nobody's keeping him from seeing his daughter. He can come sit on grandmama's couch.
Right.
Or when you say why he can't spend time alone, I would love to hear her answer because I don't know what the reason is.
Right.
But how do the courts get that much power to do that? If, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, remember, the job of the court is to destroy the family. And in too many cases, the black woman has been empowered by the white man to assist them in the black man's destruction. Bill Clinton 1994 crime bill. One of the worst aspects of the Bill Clinton 1994 crime bill wasn't the fact that it locked people up for crack. You know what one of the worst aspects was? Was it criminalized child support. That's the part people ignore. The Bill Clinton crime bill criminalized child support. They ignored that part. So now if the child support don't get paid, you can go to jail. I go to these prisons. Now don't get me wrong, I can pay child support. But what about the brothers who can't? You in jail and your child support is still running. And when you get out, you owe more than the amount that sent you in the first place. And then you go before the judge. And guess what the judge gonna say? You owe 10 grand?
Can you pay it?
No, judge ain't gonna ask you. Judge gonna give you a date. He gonna say, you back here in 2 weeks and you better have 5 grand out of that 10. You ain't got no job. You ain't got no credentials. You got 2 felonies. Where you gonna get 5 grand in 2 weeks? I think we all know the answer to that, don't we? The judge is basically telling you, go rob somebody, go sell some crack, because if you come back in here and you ain't got half this money, you going back in the pen. How much of the crime in our community is being driven by judges who in no uncertain terms indirectly telling black men to break the law to reduce their child support debt?
And they get 2% commission.
And they get 2% commission.
Really? Oh dear.
Child support, you paying them to be on child support.
When they criminalize child support, to be honest, I don't know what's filling up the prisons more now. Selling dope or child support. Because I'm telling you, when I go in these prisons, I say raise your hand for child support. There's more child support boys in there than dope boys.
Oh, that's not good. That's destroying the families, the black families.
That's the purpose.
That's the purpose.
The black man isn't there, so how you gonna raise a black man when there ain't no man?
Don't get me wrong now. If you got the means and the ways, you need to be paying. I ain't talking about us. I'm talking about brothers who ain't got nothing really going for them.
But the court gotta do
and trying to get a little job and can't. It's not fair to them. I remember one time I seen a brother crying in child support court. Man, I almost cried. He was crying. He was on the ground crying because they took his whole check. He said, forgot what he made. He said they take 95% of my check. He said I got to move back in with my mother. And then his mother told me, he said, Dr. Umar, my son has to live with me. He cannot afford his own place because 95% of his check go to child support.
He's staying with a woman. That's the only way he can survive.
But that's why I also tell brothers, when you got it, because not all sisters are like that. Listen, I'm going to work with you. Like, work with her. Because once you get in there, it's a wrap. When I go to child support next month, they're going to want to see my tax returns and pay stubs. They don't care if I see my kid. You understand? They don't care none of that. Tax returns and pay stubs. Don't even talk. You got custody issues, you got to go to custody court. Just support only. They don't even want to hear you. And that's another thing they did to hurt us. They separated support from custody. 25 years ago, if you didn't see your kid, she didn't get paid. They split them. They did it on purpose to make sure you not seeing your child didn't affect that revenue stream.
Right.
That's why you got to choose your queen well, though. You know, and that's where I got to take responsibility. And that's where at FDMG, I'm going to make sure these brothers know that. You got to be responsible. First of all, I don't want none of them having no kids unless they married anyway. We got to bring marriage back. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring marriage back. And yes, to bring marriage back, I got to get married myself. I understand that. But we got to bring marriage back. I don't want no baby dads. I don't want no baby mamas because that shit killing us. It's killing us. It's killing us.
It is,
and teenage pregnancy killing us too. Because once a 15-year-old has a baby, she now thinks she's an adult. That totally destroys the eldership and the respect for age. She 14, you 40, but she thinks she on your level because she gave birth too. We gotta kill that teenage pregnancy. Gotta kill that teenage pregnancy. And we get a lot of help too, because now with the lesbian movement, black teenage pregnancy is down, like Tim was saying.
Yeah, I can snap it with this. But I mean, I need you to probably send it to me. I mean, you can snap this with my phone because it's just totally that it's not 15%.
When the white man put Barack Obama in office, that was a Machiavellian move. They were strategically wise with that. Because I'm going to give them somebody that look like them,
Right.
but his whole agenda going to be against them.
Yep.
I'm going to give them somebody who look like them, but his whole agenda going to be against them. If any other president brought homosexuality to black America, they would have failed.
Yep.
That's right.
It had to be black. Could you imagine if George Bush would have came to us with the gay thing? We said, you get that shit out of here. But because Obama did it, we was able to swallow that pill. Because it had some honey on it.
Yep.
It had some honey. No other president could have did what Obama did. He homosexualized the black community in 8 years. That's history.
And set things up
That's
for
history.
Trump.
Our children now have to think about whether they want to live as men or women. That's not a decision we ever had. He was a man. Now your son and daughter, this is why you got to be on them. You got to be on them. Because society's telling them they have a right to choose gender.
Right.
You got to be on your kids now.
And you ain't see about how the transgender people was
Now, lady, come give me a hug. Nicholas, come here.
raped. They was getting raped in the bathroom and shit like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you fly out today? You out of Harrisburg or Philly? Oh man, you gotta get back to Baltimore. All right. Yeah, I gotta meet that traffic.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm glad what you're doing, man. I'm supporting you. There's several of them. That's.
I got you.
My phone's about to die, man. Thank you
If
so
you're
much.
leaving, try to get my number. I'm Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, that's the real Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Before you leave, get my info.
Appreciate that.
TBM in the black media.
And the black media.
Yeah,
The black media.
that's
Or type your joint.
we about to type that joint. And the black media.
And the black media.
One more time.
And the black media.
My girl. Oh yeah, you gotta go to YouTube real fast. I'm about to get you down.
Hold on. Let me go to the...
ITBM and the black media.
In the black media.
And the black media.
In the black media. In the black media.
ITBM TV. ITBM right there. Yeah, in the black media. On YouTube, check it out. There we go, right there. Boom.
Oh yeah, let
I'll
me...
let you gonna subscribe. I'm
Yeah,
subscribe for you.
subscribe me.
Like,
Yeah,
my what now?
subscribe me to your joint.
Yo, what I want you to do right now is subscribe to my YouTube pages, ITBM2, the official channel, and Solar Vision ITBM2. And hit that notification sign too so you could be updated on when I'm posting videos and doing live streams. Once again, ITBM2, the official channel, and Solar Vision ITBM2. This is Solar Mind signing out, letting you know that we out here.
Yeah, that's the remix. Enzo Black Media. Yeah, on YouTube. And the Black Media. Alright.
Black media. Go follow him. I'm gonna shoot your hood up.